So I welcome you all for the session today. So as she was telling, you will be having 1 week of that is 5 days of back-to-back sessions where you will be learning not just technology-driven tools but also AI-powered tools. So most of the tools that we were using during COVID time, they are all AI-powered now. So there are additional features which are AI-powered, which would help the teachers in the teaching learning process. So that's what we are going to do today. What I'm going to do today is the beginning of the 5 days workshop. So today I will just give an overview of all the tools. What are the tools that are there, which are AI powered, how you can use it, and I will just give a glimpse of everything and how efficiently you can integrate technology. Yes, you are going to learn lot of tools in the next 5 days, so you should also be aware of how to use it, when to use it. So I'm just going to give you a overview of these tools and the best ways to integrate in your classroom. So this is what we are going to see today. So the session outcomes. So you will understand the importance and benefits of technology in modern education. Yes, we all know about it definitely. And you will get an overview of various educational technology. Of course, some of the technologies you must be using already. Some technology, there must be some additional features which got upgraded, which you are not aware of. So that you will get to learn. And also you will develop a foundation for further exploration and implementation of technology driven initiatives in your classroom. So basically, I'm just going to trigger your curiosity to learn further in the next 4 days. That is my job today. And yeah, before we proceed, I would like to know from all of you, why do we use educational technologies? We as teachers, why do we use educational technology, and why do you think is it important? So you can just answer me in the chat window. Why do you think the educational technologies are important? Just post it in the chat window. Very good. I got the reply from Varun sir. Yes, to make it interesting. Okay, it's running so fast. Yeah, let me. Yeah, visual representation, necessity of the current scenario. Yes, it's a need now. It's not you're doing something great if you use technology. Yeah, it's being very fast. Yeah, for better understanding and communication, effective to make the child. Yeah, to make the learning child centered. Okay, to make session effective, interactive. Yes, we use lot of interactive tools as well to maximize learning, catering to the need of the child. It makes education, okay, God, it's going so practical knowledge. Yes, to give active learning, experiential learning, to move with technological change. Yes, we have to be on par with the technological changes, developments that are happening. We all know that it is advancing in a very, very rapid manner, and we need to be on par with that. Teaching interesting and yeah, to improve cognitive values in students. Okay, I got from Karan Singh. Yeah, a list actually. Okay, help to learn practically. Okay, to make the learning interesting, to connect to the world. Yes, otherwise it is not possible. We do global collaborations with the help of technology. Okay, because everything is technology driven, we need to introduce students to technology. Yeah, it's one way, right? Also, we need to make them ready for the future. Real world experience, improve teaching productivity, make learning easy. Yes, of course, it has made the learning and teaching also easier. To make the teaching process more effective. Yeah, information imparted in most interesting and effective manner. Students can learn easy using visual effects. Yeah, for visual learners, as somebody told, it caters to the different learning styles of the students that we have in our classroom. It boosts the learning process, making it more engaging, accessible, and effective. Yes, it is more accessible now. Technology has become more accessible for everyone, creating interest in students and make them skillful. Yeah, I missed In the beginning, like it was just running. You can just scroll down and see what are all the answers that we have got from various educators. It's beautiful to see the different answers because everything is technology currently. Okay, this I have seen. Yeah, it makes the learning child centric. Otherwise, teachers used to have the control. Now we are giving that access to the students. They drive the class. So better understand through animation. It boosts the learning process, making it more engaging, accessible. I would request teachers. We have got beautiful answers from the teachers, the different perspectives. Okay, and from different experiences. So please go through the chat window. From current thing like enhanced learning experience through interactive content, better collaboration, data driven insights, yes, scalable education solution for broader reach. Okay, yeah, so wonderful answers that we have got. Okay, so this is what I have also concluded. Like basically, this is the thing. Yes, as somebody said, you can see everything is covered here. Like whatever was posted in the chat window makes learning fun. It caters to different learning styles or styles of the student. We will have auditory learners, kinesthetic learners, visual learners. So we can, with the help of technology, we can cater easily to the different learning needs of our students and provides personalized learning experience, which is not possible without technology. So every child wants to have their own independent learning space, and with the help of technology, we would be able to give that. Helps us to assess students' understanding, provides interactive learning experience, enduring understanding of complex concepts. Yes, some concepts will be very difficult for teachers to explain and for the students to understand. Though sometimes we feel we have done justice with proper explanation and everything, we could still see the students wouldn't have got the complete understanding, which would stay throughout their life. No, it's sometimes they would just learn it only for writing the exam and getting the marks. But one, if they understand very well, they would never forget even after the exams. And their focus will not be just to learn this for exam. It shouldn't be like that. So, with the help of technology, we can ensure enduring understanding of complex concepts can be achieved. Experiential learning experience, yes, we can provide that for active learning, provides inclusive education, and yes, we can. With the help of technology, we would be able to include everyone in the learning process. For example, in the class, we will have some students who are visually challenged, who are auditory challenged. So we will have students in our class like that. With the help of technology, we would be able to include them in our teaching learning process. And last but not the least, minimizes teacher efforts on administrative tasks. I'm sure most of you or almost all of you would agree that we have nowadays more of administrative tasks that we need to do apart from the learning. Okay, of course, that is also for learning, but then we have to do that. Okay, so with the help of technology, which is AI powered, we would be able to minimize, okay, those efforts, and we can put our efforts on what is actually needed from teachers. That is for students. Our efforts and our focus should be on students. So if our administrative task, if we can put less efforts in the administrative task, definitely our focus we can give for our students, which is really important. Of course, so we use technology for all of these reasons. You all posted all of these things in the chat window already. So let's see an overview of various educational technologies essential for educational purposes. So I'm going to show the next slide. I will show some of the apps. I would like to again go to the chat window and please tell which app you have used already. Yeah, so you can see, I hope somewhere it rings a bell. Like just go through this screen and please post it in the chat window. Have you used any of these things during COVID times or currently also you are using? Let me see the chat window now. Okay, presenter coach. Yeah. Okay. Again, it's going very fast with so many posting in the chat window. Okay, I would just request you all to excuse me for a minute. Somebody is ringing the doorbell. I'll be just back in a minute. I'm so sorry. Just give me a minute. By the in the time, meantime, you can just post your answers in the chat window.
थैंक यू टीचर्स। आप लोग सभी बहुत सारे टूल्स को यूज करते हैं, लाइक वी कैन सी पीपल यूज Copilot, people are using Microsoft, they are using quiz app, they are using WebEx. Yeah, so Ramya ma'am, it's very encouraging to see that teachers use almost use all the applications that are mentioned here, so they are already very technologically empowered.
Yes, yeah, totally agree with you. Okay, yeah. Nearpod. Yes, I could see the variety of tools being used by teachers. Very nice to see. Yeah, ChatGPT. Okay. Okay. So now I would show few things that, of course, you will be learning in detail in the upcoming days. But I would like to show few of the tools that you can use. Of course, if you have not mentioned G-Compress, if there is G-Compress, if there are pre-primary and primary teachers. Okay, so I couldn't see G-Compress here. So for pre-primary and primary teachers, if you haven't used G-Compress, you can use it for your younger children. They would definitely like it. If you want, I can also share the link you can download. I'll quickly G-Compress. This is open source. You can download it. You can see here, or you can just make a note of it. You can just install it in your laptop, or if you have a lab in your school, then install this app in your school laptop. And yeah, students are just going to enjoy this. There are so many activities there for math, English. Yeah, I'm posting the in the chat window. Please don't worry. Yeah, you can see I have posted in the chat window.
Also, I have a request to make to all the participants here that आप अपने questions please Q&A पे post कीजिए, not on the chat, because we understand that your questions are very important and we don't want to miss them in the in the way the chats are coming up. So I'll request all of you to post your questions in the Q&A जो हम बाद में कर सकते हैं. Yeah, yeah. Over to you, Ramya ma'am.
Yes. Okay, so I have pasted the link in the chat window. You can use it pre-primary and primary teachers. Okay, so among all these things, okay, I will just show a glimpse of certain things like G-Compress. I have shared the link. The teachers can explore on their own later. It is for basically for pre-primary and primary students. They would enjoy. Even if you are a computer science teacher, you can just install this app in your school computers in the lab, and you can ask the students to just come and play. It's not just play, it is more of productive play where they will learn math, they will learn to write as well, how to do the formation, and even for using the computer it will be helpful, like how to click, what is right click, what is double click, left click. So they will be learning small things like this with a variety of activities. So you can just install that. So for now, let me start with Copilot. As I told you, you will be learning science teachers. I'm sure you must be using PhET and online labs for simulation and for showing some demonstration video of a practical. Okay, so all of these things you will science teachers, PhET and online labs will be very useful. And now I will show you, yeah, Copilot. I'll show you. Yeah. So you can see here, we are in actually Copilot. You can say like copilot.microsoft.com. So you will get this. This is also like ChatGPT, but it can do more than what ChatGPT can do. It can generate images if you are having your work ID, that is school ID if you have. It can even generate images. And not only that, suppose you are watching a video. Okay, you have a video on solar system and you don't have time to go through the entire video. You just want the content. Okay, what is being talked in that video. So you just want the textual form of that video basically, so that you can give it as a handout to your students. So you can do all of these things using this Copilot. As you can see here, this is how it will look like. As I told you, you can also generate images and all by giving the prompt. So now I will show you how you can use it. I'll just hide everything. Yeah. Yeah. So you can see on the, okay, I'm using Edge. This will be available in Microsoft Edge browser. So you need to install Edge browser. And like usually what happens, we need to install a tool, we need to install a software, download it, and then use it. But with the help of browser only, we will be able to do so many things. So that's what I'm going to do now. Of course, you will be learning in detail about all these tools later. But I will show how with just using a browser what all you can do. So browser is something which we use on a daily basis, right? So you can have this Edge browser in your computer, and with that browser what all we can do, I will show you. As you can see here, you have this Copilot icon on the top right corner in the Edge browser. So just click on it, and here I will do the usual search as I do. So I'll go to YouTube video and I will just search for video. Yeah, so I will just search for a topic. For example, I'm a science teacher, so I want to search about a video on solar system. So you can see here, okay, I got a video on solar system. I'll just click this. But then there are two things. One, I'm watching the video. I have watched the video. I feel the content is so good. I feel like if I can give it as a handout, a reading material for my students, it would be of real help. So one reason can be that. The other reason can be the video is too lengthy. I don't have time to sit and watch the video. I just want what is being discussed in that video. So for those two reasons, you can just open the video, and as I told you, on the top right corner of the Edge browser, you will find this Copilot icon. So just click on this, it will open. And as you can see here, generate video highlights and suggest questions about this video. So two things you can generate. You can generate what are the highlights of this video, you will get in textual form. And if you want to generate some questions on the topic that is being discussed in this video, that also you will be able to get it. So I will just click generate video highlights. Yeah, you can see it is getting generated with the timestamp. It is giving me what is being discussed in that video. You can see these are all what discussed. Okay, planetary categories, Jovian planets, asteroid and Kuiper belts. So these are all the things that are being discussed, and you can see it is also giving me reference. So from where it is generating. And at the bottom you can see tell me more. Okay, suppose I want to know more about a particular thing. Then it is giving me some leading questions as well, which I can click and get more information. So what I can do, once the content is generated, you can see at the bottom, I can like it. I can, of course, dislike it if you don't like it. Copy it. As I told you, you can just copy the content, paste it in Word document and get it printed, or you can also export it. So while exporting, you can see you are getting it in three formats: Word document, PDF, and text. Okay, so these three formats you can download and you can edit it and you can give it to your students. But I just want to insist on one thing. Whenever you're using AI generated content, ensure that you do a fact check. Ensure that the information that is generated by AI is correct. You need to check whether the authenticity of the content is correct or not. So that part we have to do. Verify the content before you hand it over to your students or before you are going to take in that information, because it is AI generated. We need to keep this in our mind. Okay, and you can also download or you can also read aloud. Read aloud means you can just, if you click on that, it will start reading aloud the as you can see, I'm not sure whether you're able to hear the audio. Okay, once I click this read aloud, okay, let me, I'll do one thing. I'll just stop the screen share and then start again so that, yeah. I'll start the screen share again with the audio. Yeah. So now I will play.
From a solar nebula, its location in the Milky Way's Orion star cluster, and the unique characteristics of its celestial bodies. Highlights 0 hour and 40 seconds, planetary categories. Divides planets into terrestrial and Jovian. Describes composition and character.
As you can see, we can also play it. So whenever you don't have time to play the video and watch it fully, you can just generate the textual content and see, okay, this is the content. Whether it is useful or not, you can judge. Or else, if the video is too good, but you want to give it as a handout instead of sharing it as a video, you can generate the content. Not just the video. For example, it's not the YouTube video. Generally, also, I'm going to a web page. Okay, about solar system, and then I'm going to, I'll just go to, yeah, Britannica. Okay, close this. Now again, this page has so much information about solar system which I don't have time to sit and read through. Okay, as we told, with the help of AI powered tools, we can reduce our administrative task. Like instead of going through everything, what I can do, whether it will be really useful for my students or not, I can just click on this Copilot icon. I will just refresh this, and now it will say, instead of video highlights, it will say generate page summary. Yeah, so generate page summary, I'll click on this. The page that we are seeing now on the left side, it will generate the summary. So you can just have a glance whether it will be suitable for your students, okay, whether it will meet the learning objectives as you planned. Then you can use it as a handout and you can distribute it to your students. Yeah, as you can see here, these are all the content that is being explained, written in this page. Yeah, so you can see this is from the reference. So it is also giving me that from which website it is bringing the information in. We all know we asked for page summary. So this is from this page. And as I told you, it is giving me some leading questions. What are some of the interesting facts about specific? So you can ask some leading questions and you can get more information as well. Again, you can export it and save it in the Word document and check it once, verify it, whether the information is correct, and then you can hand it over to your students. So this is one of the AI powered feature that is available right there in the browser itself. Okay, we don't need to go anywhere else, install a separate software, search one side, and then do your administrative task also on the other side. Okay, next thing I'm going to show you is, again, I'm just doing it multiple times so that you will remember. On the top right corner in the Edge browser, click on this Copilot icon. Now you can see there is another option called Compose. Okay, so I'll click on this Compose. Now what is it for? It is basically for managing all our administrative tasks in an easy manner. So as teachers or coordinators or principals, we used to send a lot of emails to the parents or to our colleagues and all. So sometimes we sit, think, and compose it properly because they are all formal emails that goes to thousands of parents in our school. So we need to be very careful while composing these emails. So what we will do, we will take our own time to compose the email content properly. But now we have it right here, which would help us to compose the email in a very easy manner. So you can see here, write about. So you can see what I want to write about. I will say like, I want to send an email about, I want to, okay, I want to explain about AI curriculum to my principal and its benefit for students. Okay, so actually, let's take one scenario. As a computer science teacher, I'm going and telling my principal, ma'am, let's go for AI curriculum. It would definitely benefit our students. Then, like principal would say, okay, send me an email. I will discuss with I'll forward it to management, and we can take a decision. Tell me why we need to go for that and all. So what we will do, we will sit, search, browse, and all, and it will consume lot of our time. So here we can make use of this feature, compose feature in Copilot. I'm just writing, I want to explain about AI curriculum to my principal and its benefits for students. Now you can see what should be the tone, whether it is professional, casual, enthusiastic, informational, funny. So you can say enthusiastic. Okay, if you have to send an email about an upcoming annual day or upcoming some fair that you're planning in your school. So you can set the tone. Now it is professional and format. So format is, if she asked you to submit a paragraph, then you can do that. Now I want to send an email. So I'll click email and it is asking the length of the email, whether it should be short, medium or long. So I will say that it should be medium and I'll click generate draft. It is going to generate the email for me. You can see here, I just click generate draft. You can see, dear principal, I hope you are all able to read it. So since I said medium, so it is still generating. And you can see, since it's an email, except for my signature, it will do everything. Yeah, warm regards. It's just telling your name and your position. So you can just go through here, dear principal. Yeah, I hope. Yeah. So AI curriculum in our school, what all AI can do. Okay, it's generating the content. You can check it. Okay, and then warm regards, your name, position. So I just have to change this. I can copy it. Okay, or if I'm not happy with that, I can tell regenerate draft. And also, if I want to have some more points to be covered, what specific AI topics should be included in the curriculum. So these things can also be added. I can just copy this and I can email it to my principal. So this will definitely minimize. Otherwise, so I have to sit and compose from the scratch. Whereas it is giving me one outline, a draft it is giving me. Of course, after going through, if I want to make changes, I will be able to do it. But at least I'm getting some outline, which would really help me for sending newsletters to parents or sending about events, PTM, sports day. So for everything, you can just quickly compose and send it. So that's going to reduce our administrative task. Okay, so I'll stop here. Let me check the chat window. Do you find it interesting, teachers? So these are all AI powered features that are available right within the browser. Okay, so happy to see. Okay, so nice to see. Yes, most of you are telling. Yes, learning. So you have Sukhminder, you have, I don't know whether ma'am or sir, I'm sorry, you have just started. You still have 4 more days to learn a lot. Yeah, yeah, it seems great. Going to be very useful, very time benefited. Yes. Yeah, okay. Okay, somebody has asked me to generate picture. As I told you, if you want to generate picture, you should have work ID. Okay, maybe I will try to change it to my work ID and generate it for you because you're asking. So I'll just write. Yeah. So you can see here, if you have your school ID, then you can do still lot of things. Whatever I showed now earlier, it is not using school ID. It is using my personal ID. Okay, so don't worry if you don't have school ID. What all I showed till now, you will be able to do. Okay, compose an email or generate page summary, content, everything, video highlights, everything you will be able to do. But if you are using school ID, then you will get these three options: creative, balanced, and precise. So when you are generating content, if you want to be more creative, for example, you want to create a poem, you are asking AI to create a poem. In that case, it has to be creative, so you can choose the creative mode. Okay, if you want to generate creative content. And balanced means you want if for everyday informed chats or some information that you want, then you can go for balanced. Precise means there is some definition which is very very difficult for certain set of students to learn. Okay, you want to simplify it and give it to students. For example, quantum computing, you have that definition and all of your class students will not be able to learn that definition. So you want to make it precise and give it to your students. Then you can click precise mode, and here you can see ask me anything. So there you can just write, you can write define quantum computing. Then it will give you a more precise answer, which you can give it as a handout or post it to your students for their learning. So if some students are not able to even learn lengthy answers and all, you can just make it concise for them and give it using this precise mode. Now, okay, I will go to creative mode and I will say generate an image of sun generating. I'm just whatever coming to my mind, generating solar power using solar panels. Okay, so I'm just writing uh, something. You can write whatever you want according to your need. Okay, sometimes you want some images to be given in the worksheet, especially for language teachers. Yeah, you might want to generate some images in a very different manner, and you ask your students to do the descriptive writing. You will be able to do. We just have to wait for some time. It is generating. Yeah, you can see it is giving me some images. Okay, or a simple thing also, create an image of astronaut riding bicycle in space. So as you can see here, this is powered by DAL-E. Okay, if you all are aware of DAL-E, then the DAL-E is integrated in the browser itself. So you don't need to go to DAL-E to generate the image. You can do it from this browser itself. Okay, let's wait for some time. You can see an astronaut riding cycle. So you can just copy this image and put it in your worksheet. Ask your students to do some creative writing and all. Okay, and these images are unique. You will not get it in like a Google search and all. Like you will not get it in a web. Okay, this because this is generated right now by AI. Okay, so you will not get these images anywhere. So you can use it in your worksheets and all. Again, as you can see, whether you like it, you can copy it, download, export the images, and then if you want to read, there is nothing to read aloud, so you can leave it. So this is an overview of the Copilot app that you can see here. I just want to know whether the teachers need some idea about Gcompress, or it's okay that you can search on your own.
Ramya ma'am,
Yes.
We have a lot of questions. I think when you were explaining, teachers were simultaneously practicing it. Can we have a few of those questions? Because if teachers are doing an hands-on, and if they are getting stuck somewhere, it's good to support them, while they're practicing.
Sure, sure. Yeah,
So I will just read out few questions.
yeah, definitely.
You have already read teacher S.K. Patel's question. I I will read out the next question. It's an anonymous attendee. Ma'am, can you please share the link of all these app on WhatsApp where Zoom link has been shared?
Uh,
So, right. Also, teachers wants to know if the practice that you have been encouraging, if they can do similar activity in Hindi as well.
huh, yeah, we will come to language, definitely.
Okay,
Okay.
okay,
The next
sure.
one is for language teachers only. So you
Okay.
can, yeah,
Okay, sure, sure. Similarly, they're asking about if they can create similar presentation in PPTs if the tools can support them. So I hope we will cover them in the upcoming session.
yes,
Sure, sure. Okay, ma'am.
yeah. Okay, I could see one more question here. Can computer teacher use Gcompress? Definitely, you can use. As I told you, please install this. It's an open source app. Please install it in your school systems in the computer lab, and you can ask the younger one, especially like of course pre-primary will not come to lab. If in your school primary students are coming like grade 1, 2, 3, especially first grade and second grade, so you will have tough time. I'm sure you will have tough time. I'm making them to hold the mouse, how to click, left click, right click, making them press the keys and all. So definitely it will be very useful for younger children in the computer lab also. Okay. Yeah. So next we will go to yeah, the next one. I'm sure this Mentimeter quizzes. Okay. Of course, this flip and all, I'm sure you will be learning in the upcoming days. So since this is first day and we are going giving only overview, I'm not going in detail. Okay. So I will just show you what are all the things that are available. Okay. So first we will go to this immersive reader feature. Okay. So I'll go to yeah. Okay, for language teachers, I'll hide these floating panels. Yeah. So the same website, I am there like a solar system. Okay, let me not go to the solar system and all will not be useful for language teachers. So, okay, as a language teacher, I'm just searching for some short stories for students. Okay, so yeah, I want some short stories to be given for students. So I'm seeing this. Okay, so I go through the stories in this page and I'm feeling that they are very good. Okay, assume like this, these are I'm just randomly clicking. Okay, so I feel they are very good, but I'm not an English teacher. I'm a language like Hindi teacher, a Spanish teacher, or any language teacher. Okay, so in that case, how can I make use of this story for my student? Of course, what you can do, you will use some Google Translate and then you will copy this, paste this, and you will get the content in the language of your choice. But as I told you, I am in the Edge browser, and once you open the browser, you can see here immersive reader option. Okay, so you can see it will be like a book with one small speaker icon at the bottom. Okay, so that's the icon. So I just click on that. Once I click on that, what are all the options that I'm getting? We will see. First one is read aloud. If you want the story to be read aloud for the students, you can just click on this and click the play icon.
55 Best Short Stories for High School Students. Quick.
Okay, so you can see it is reading very slow. On the right side, we have voice option. You can change the voice, you can change the speed. So I want it to be normal speed. So I keep it normal. If I want some other voice, you can also choose the voice from here and you can play it for your students. So if you have a
Quick and
projector,
engaging.
okay, I don't want all of these things. I directly want to go here. Then I just scroll
I'll
down.
fix some supper, she whispered. When she walked across the room, she couldn't feel her feet touching the floor. She couldn't feel anything except a slight sickness. She did everything.
Okay, so you can read. Okay, if you have a projector in your class, then you can just play it and you can ask your students to listen, of course, to develop the listening skills, okay, of students. Another option is, the next one is text preferences. Okay, so if you have asked your students to read the, what is that? To read the page, okay, to read the story. Okay, sometimes the students will say, ma'am, I'm not able to read, it is not very clear and all. So that time you can change the text size. As you can see how it is changing. As I drag, it is changing, and you can change the text size. Some students would be comfortable more in this like white background. Some students will be comfortable in dark background. So if you are asking students to use their own device, you can tell them to customize their browser according to their wish. Okay, that is also available. And the last one, reading preferences, you can see here. Okay, so focus, if you want the line focus, 3 lines focus, or multiple line focus, so the students will not get distracted. So the other things are like dimmed, and the 5 lines that I have chosen are highlighted. If I don't want multiple lines, I want only 3 lines, I can choose 3 lines. Or if you feel the child is more distracted, then you can just highlight 1 line at a time. And the other one, as I told you are a Hindi teacher and you want the short stories, all of the short stories in this page to be translated to Hindi. All the languages are there. You, of course, I think Hindi only is there, I think. You can check. Or Malayalam is also there. Maybe, yeah, Tamil is there. Yeah, Malayalam is there. So you can check for your language. Kannada is there. So for now, I will just translate it to Hindi. B, C, D, F, G, H. Yeah, Hindi. And then I will enable this one, translate the entire page. You can see the entire page will be translated to Hindi. I will. Yeah, you can see it is translated to Hindi. So you can select the language of your choice and you can translate. Somebody had asked this question. The content that you get in the web page can be easily translated within the browser itself. So you don't need to copy it and paste it somewhere else and do the translation. You can do right here with the help of immersive reader. You can see here immersive reader. So if I click again, it's a toggle icon. Like if I click again, it will come out of immersive reader. Okay, I'll just click this icon again. You can see it has come back to the original content. So whenever you want all of these features to use, then just click on that and you can use all of these things. I hope language teachers are happy. Okay, read aloud. As I told you, these features are available. When to use, where to use, it's up to you that you have to decide. Suppose you have a projector, you want the story to listening skills, to develop the listening skills, just use the read aloud option. If you want your students to sit and read the story quietly using their own device, then ask them to use the set text preferences. Let them customize the page so that they will feel comfortable. As I told you, some will prefer dark background, some will prefer white background. So based on their if they are visually challenged or okay, then you can ask them to do it. Some child, if they are not able to read, then use this read aloud. As I told you, with the help of technology, we can bring that inclusive learning experience for our students in the classroom. And some students, if they are not good in English, then you can tell them, okay, read the story in your language of your comfortness. Okay, you can tell them or give them that option as well. Okay, so these are all available, which helps us in inclusive education. Okay, so I would request, whether this feature, do you all like it? Can you post it in the chat window? Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, which app or browser? Okay, the browser that I am showing now is Edge browser, EDGE, Edge browser. Maybe I will show in the my PPT. Okay, thank you so much. It looks like you are all excited to learn. So I will show the PPT. Yeah, so this is the icon you will see. Yeah, so Edge browser you can use. Okay, somebody is asking for Mentimeter and all. As I told you, I'm not doing anything specific today. So it's just the overview. So I'm just making use of a browser and doing these things. That's it. Yeah. So yeah, now we will go further. Okay, I have shown few things. You will be definitely, don't worry. We all of these things will be covered in the next 4 day session, because the next 4 days they are going to target on specific tools. So there you will learn in detail about all of these things. Okay. Now let's go to the next one. Of course, as I told you, you will be learning about lot of tools. You should know how to implement those tools effectively in your classroom. So for that, there are many models that we can follow. So this is a simple model, SAMR model. Like you are using technology just as a substitution or as augmentation or modification, modifying the learning experience or redefining the learning experience for students. Okay, as you can see, this is called as SAMR model. The first one, the first two below, they are for enhancement, means you are using technology to enhance the learning of the students. But if you are using this, if you are in this level, modification and redefinition, then you are transforming the learning experience for students. Now you would be wondering, like you might not understand what exactly I'm talking about. So I will give one example for substitution, augmentation, modification, and redefinition. Let's take this example. You want your students to write a story. Okay, the story can be written in a paper. Instead, you are asking them to open a notepad or a Word document in a computer. You're asking them to type it and you're asking them to save it. So what exactly they are doing? They are opening a document and they are writing the story and they are saving it. So this is called as substitution. Instead of using a plain paper, you are using a Word document. So nothing great or there is no transformation, nothing happened. This could have been easily done using a sheet of paper, a plain sheet would do. Okay, but rather you are asking the students to use a Word document. So if you are using this way, you can understand that you are in the substitution level, means the lowest level. The next level is, yeah, augmentation. Whereas since they are using a Word document, you are asking students to check the spelling and grammar, you are asking them to learn some meanings using a dictionary, and you are asking them to format their document and present it in a nice manner. In that case, you are using technology for augmentation, which is not possible in the paper. When they are doing it in pen and paper, it is not possible. They cannot do the formatting, or they cannot find the spelling and grammar mistakes in their story. They will not be able to do it. But since you are using the technology, since you are using a Word document tool, okay, word processor tool, you are making use of these feature in the word processor to help students to present or to submit their story in a better manner. So now this is augmentation level. What is the next level? The next level is, instead of asking them to write in the Word document, you are using Google Docs, and you are asking students to write a story in Google Docs and asking them to share it with their peers, and the peers are commenting. Okay, yeah, this is nice. Okay, I like this part of your story. You could add certain, you could have ended, the climax could have been better. So the peers are reviewing and giving comments with the help of comments option in the Google Docs, okay, or Microsoft document. So in that case, you are going to the transformation level. That is, you have used technology for modification, modifying the learning experience of the student. Then next is, you are telling, like, instead of writing a story, what you can do, record, okay, take a video, okay, or do an animation of that story. Use the animation, write the sequence. Okay, what is the dialogue, what should be the first scene, what should be the second scene, what is the background, what are the characters, you can see that. And then they are recording their story, or they are creating animation of the story using some animation tool. Then you are using technology for transforming the learning experience of the students. Okay, so whenever you use technology, of course, you will be introduced to a lot of tools in the next 4 days. Of course, you will be anyone. Okay, as teachers, when we are introduced to something new, we want to immediately take it to our students. But you need to think, pause, reflect yourself whether this particular tool will be useful for my students. Will it meet the learning objectives? Okay, am I really using it to bring some transformation in their learning experience? So you need to evaluate it using this SAMR model. Okay, and yeah, as I told you, when after you finish integration, you need to assess. Usually we will just use the tool, we will be happy, okay, I have used the tool, but it is really important to assess the effectiveness of technology integration. Usually when we say effectiveness of technology integration, it is usually the last one, the results. How are the results? No, it is we should not only focus on results. Okay, that is the outcome of using technology. What is the process of learning? That also we should keep in mind. For example, the reaction. What is the reaction of the students? Okay, were they feeling happy? Where they find did they find very challenging to use the tool? Did all the systems support the uh, uh, tool that you are using? So what is the reaction? Were they happy to learn using that tool? That you have to assess. And did the learning happen effectively with the help of the tool? That you need to see. And behavior of the student. Sometimes we would introduce a tool. After introducing only, we will understand what a chaos it is. Okay. One example I will tell. We create a Google Slides, share it with students, okay, the class, and tell them like each one should prepare one slide so that we will make a collective presentation, or a group team member like 4 5 students, all of you should make together one presentation and submit it. You can see initially they will misuse the comment section, they will start scolding each other, they will delete each other's work. As they type, they will delete the slide, they will delete the text box. These things will happen. So it is very clear that their behavior is not good when the technology is being used. So the next time what we should do, we should give proper instructions, proper guidance to students. What are the features that are available and how responsible they should be when they use that feature. So it's a learning for teachers. Okay, so that we should keep in mind. And of course, the last one is result. Okay, how was the result of using the technology? Where the students' performance good, like the performance of the students got higher because of using technology, or it got less. Okay, that we have to assess. So you have to keep all of these things in mind. And another important thing, safety measures. So avoid using content which causes negative impact on the physical and emotional development of the child, like uh, playing some video related to a religion or related to race. We can avoid all of these things. So it should not upset the emotional development of the students. And don't use AI generated content without doing fact check for credibility. So this we have to keep in mind, because you will be using lot of AI generated content. Okay, like as I showed you. So please don't forget to do a fact check. And a big no to using technologies displacing other important learning and play activities, which hinders the social and emotional learning of students. Okay, there are certain things which we can do without using technology, that would that would benefit the social emotional learning of the students. Keep that part as it is. Use the technology to enhance their learning. Okay, so we cannot totally override those and bring in technology. So this part you should remember. And yeah, that's it from my side. Any doubts, anything that you want to ask, you can ask now.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. We have got like a lot of questions
Yeah.
because it's technology, and I'm sure a lot of teachers will have a lot of questions around it. So we will take those questions, but I want to really appreciate that you have taken the teachers, instilling this, uh, you have instilled this entire energy to experiment, and I can see that a lot of teachers have actually kind of demonstrated it in the chat by using these tools. So
Oh,
there is So it's really nice to see that whatever you explain, teachers have actually kind of used it and they have expressed the same in the chat section. So thank you so much. I will quickly just take the questions.
Yeah.
There is a question by teacher Shushmita Basnet, which is a better app for educators, ChatGPT or Copilot?
Okay, this is a good question. Both are AI powered tools. Okay, so what you can do in the initial stage, you try ChatGPT also, you try Copilot also. Okay, generate the content and weigh both the things. As I told you, assess the content. Okay, do a fact check and find out which one is more relevant for you, which one is able to give more appropriate answers to you. And also it all depends on the prompt that you are writing. If your prompt is very good, the content that is generated by AI also will be very good. So we cannot weigh two apps like without any parameters. If you ask me which app is good, it's really very difficult. So you need to, as a teacher, use both and try to assess based on your requirement. And as I told you, prompt is very important. How good you are in writing the prompt, the better you will get the content from the apps. Yes.
Right. Right. And when ma'am has actually spoken about prompts, this is something that we will experiment and we will let you know in the upcoming session. Ma'am, I'll use Hindi here. मैम अपने पूरे सेशन में बता रही थी कि वो बस एक ओवरव्यू दे रही है और इन सभी टूल्स का हम पूरा क्लासरूम हैंड्स ऑन एक्सपेरिमेंट करेंगे हमारे आने वाले सेशन में. सो उसमें कैसे प्रॉम्प्ट हम दे सकते हैं, कैसे आप एक एक टूल को अपने क्लास के कौन कौन से एंगेजमेंट स्ट्रैटेजी में यूज कर सकते हैं, इसके बारे में एक पूरा डिटेल डिस्कशन होगा इन द अपकमिंग सेशन. और टू बी प्रिसाइज, कल के सेशन में ही हम इसको डिस्कस करने वाले हैं. Now I will come to the next question by teacher Neelam Sharma. How to use AI voice in our PPT?
Okay, so yeah, in PowerPoint you have the option. PowerPoint and Word, you have the option where you can give voice command to write the content. Suppose you don't have time to actually sit and type the content, then you can make use of this voice command and you will be able to get the content typed for you. Is this what you are asking? I'm not very sure.
Yeah.
Can you check?
Yeah, Neelam Sharma ma'am, I hope you're there and you can just confirm on the chat section if your question was answered. बहुत सारे questions हैं, बहुत सारे questions ऐसे हैं जो हम upcoming session में already cover करने वाले हैं. So in the interest of time, we will just skip a few questions and we have taken note of all the questions जो chat section में भी आप लोगों ने पूछा है. एंड जहां तक टाइम टेबल की बात है, टीचर रामलाल जिंदल ने पूछा है एनी टूल फॉर टाइम टेबल मेकिंग इन द स्कूल. सो वी विल कवर ऑल ऑफ दिस इन द अपकमिंग सेशन. दैट इज व्हाई हम यहाँ पे वो क्वेश्चंस अभी नहीं ले रहे हैं, बिकॉज व्हाट बेस्ट वुड बी टू फॉर यू टू एक्सपीरियंस इट इन द अपकमिंग डेज, जहाँ पे हम अलग अलग दिन अलग अलग टॉपिक्स पे डिस्कस करेंगे. हम ये भी डिस्कस करेंगे किस तरीके से आप टेक्नोलॉजी के थ्रू एक बच्चे का प्रोग्रेस मैप कर सकते हैं. आप गेमिफिकेशन पे बात करेंगे हम लोग, एंड टूल्स तो ऑब्वियसली हम पूरा इलैबोरेट डिस्कशन करेंगे आने वाले 2 दिन. सो with this I will just wrap up today's session, and we look forward to have you all for tomorrow's session. Also, for teachers who are asking about the recorded session, in 24 hours the session would be uploaded on the teacher app. If you have joined late for this session, you can please go. I will be sending the link to everybody who have been part of today's session, that you can go back and you can refer to the slide. And thank you so much ma'am, thank you for giving such an exposure to all the teachers. I understand हमारे साथ कुछ ऐसे teachers थे जिन्होंने already technology use किया है, बट कुछ ऐसे टीचर्स भी होंगे जिन्होंने शायद अभी तक क्लासरूम में टेक्नोलॉजी नहीं यूज किया है, एंड वी आर वेरी होपफुल that after your session those teachers would also feel confident and they would start exposing themselves in using technology, because technology has made a lot of teachers work easy. It's just that we need to know the right tool uh, to use it. So with this note, I will just request everybody to kindly give us an feedback on this session and let us know. And if there is anything that you want us to include in the upcoming session, we will definitely be considering the questions that you have put. But if there is anything that you want specific to be included, then you can write to us at support@bharti-airtel-foundation.org, and we'll see to it that in the upcoming session, we'll definitely cater to that. And thank you so much, Ramya ma'am. The session was definitely very engaging, and thank you for sharing your expertise with all of us.
Yeah, thank you so much for the opportunity, and thanks to all the participants who are so enthusiastic in taking out their time from the busy schedule. Like I could say that the schools have reopened, but still I'm very happy to see your passion in learning new things, in integrating technology in your classroom for the benefit of your students. I really appreciate it, and thank you so much for being a very active participants in today's session. Thank you everyone, and have a great evening.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, everyone. See you again tomorrow.